Hey, driver, what's the next stop?
Red Prairie, about 30 miles.
Thanks.
Will you please close that door? You're stepping all over me.
What? Oh, sorry, ma'am. I didn't quite realize.
Quite all right.
Hey, Marblehead, why don't you move over a little? Can't you see you're crowding the lady?
Who, me? I didn't step on
Go on, sit over that way. Is that better, ma'am?
Thank you very much.
Oh, not so. You should know they shouldn't try to crowd 6 people into one coach. But as long as they have, I guess we ought to introduce ourselves. My name's Carrie Bradford. These 2 gentlemen are good friends of mine. There's Mr. Olaf Dawson. And
My name is Upjohn. Benjamin Upjohn.
Oh, Mr. Upjohn. How do you do? And this gentleman over here is
Vincent is my name.
Mr. Vincent. Well, gentlemen, I'd like you all to meet Miss, I don't believe I caught the name.
I don't believe I mentioned it.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Julia Haynes.
Oh, thank you. Gentlemen, Miss Julia Haynes.
All right, Jerry, you win. Here's your $1.
Oh, put it away, won't you? Put it away.
Well, we bet, didn't we? You said you'd get acquainted with her before we hit Kansas City.
How interesting.
Oh, yes. My friend has a great sense of humor, ma'am. That's why we call him Marblehead. You can understand why.
If you'll excuse me, I'd like to get on with my book.
Here, Marblehead. Take back your $1.
Oh!
My goodness.
Oh, sorry, just a little bump. Nothing to be alarmed about.
My congressman's going to hear about this road. In fact, I should take it up with President Lincoln. He's kind of busy right now. There's a war on, you know. Don't mention war to me, please. It's bad for business.
What is your line, mister?
Life insurance. Standard Mutual. Perhaps I can interest you in policy?
No, thanks, Ranger. I would not be a good risk.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. What sort of business are you in, Mr. Vincent?
Well, suppose you say I handle hardware.
Full line.
Oh, full enough. Yes. Take a look at this.
That's a pistol.
One of my samples. Pass it around. Pretty job, isn't it, Mr. Bradford? Yes, very nice. Oh, any of you men happen to be carrying guns?
Not me. I never touched them.
Me neither.
Why do you ask?
This country is not quite so soft as you might think. You ever hear of John Morrell?
No, who's he?
Oh, you mean Morrell's Guerrillas? Yes, sure, I've heard of them. A lot of cutthroats, aren't they? I take that gun now, Mr. Bradford. Thank you. Well, this is a stomping ground. Morrell, he specializes in stagecoaches and passengers.
Yes, it would be quite a haul, sir.
That's what I figured. I just get you, gentlemen, or this pretty gun might go off.
You put that gun away.
Don't point at making any noise. If you hand over quietly, nobody will get hurt. I take it that you're the famous Mr. Morrell. You're a smart fellow. So I take you first. Come on, hand over, if you please. Oh, that's the point. I don't see. Don't be funny, Bradford. This gun has a hair trigger. Oh, it won't go off. You like the bet?
Please, he'll kill you, Mr. Bradford.
Hey, sudden solicitude is astounding. I beg your pardon, Mr. Morrell. You were saying... I don't particularly want to shoot you, Bradford, but I don't mind. Now, you look back out the window, you see why. About 50 men on horseback been following us for the last 10 miles.
Morrell's Gorilla.
Morrell's Gorilla. I think maybe I outdraw you, eh, Mr. Bradford? Yeah, maybe. I got something pretty good in my hand, too. The bullets out of your gun. Why, your little derringer looks too well used to be a sample, Morrell. Anyway, I didn't like the face. In fact, I still don't. So I'll show you one of my samples. Careful, Morrell. My gun's got a hair trigger, too. Hey, Marblehead, tell the driver to stop. Hey, driver, pull up. Now, Morrell, you're going to tell your boys playtime's over. You're coming along with us.
Here they come, Jerry.
Now, lean out of that window, Morrell. Start talking. Make it fast and clear. And don't forget I've got my finger on the trigger.
What have you done, man? This fellow has a drop on me. You start shooting, he clubs me. Stay here and don't foul. He's not holding immediate. And so do I. To think that I tried to sell him life insurance. You think we're safe with him riding up there on the top?
Don't worry, mister. He's tied up so tight he can't move his fingers. But I don't ever want to be in a worse jam than that. How about you, ma'am?
I beg your pardon, I was reading.
I said we were in a bad jam.
Don't you think the heroics were a trifle exaggerated?
Oh, you think he didn't mean it? I want to tell you, ma'am.
Never mind all that.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Why, Miss Haynes, you're pretty cool being able to read right now.
Do you think so?
Well, most women would be sort of upset.
Well, perhaps I'm different.
I should say you were, particularly since you've got your book upside down.
Oh. It was silly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if I've been rude.
Oh, not at all, Miss Haynes.
Haven't even said thank you. If you hadn't been here, Mr. Bradford, I don't know what might have happened.
Do you believe in predestination? You know, I just had to be here. So did you. So did Morrell. There's probably some future reason for it.
You're not serious.
Well, of course I am. I believe in those things. You don't think this meeting was an accident, do you? Well, we've been leading up to this for years. Ever since I was, well, about that high, and you were in your cradle. Well, it just had to happen. Very glad it did.
Hey, Sherry, you better take that dollar again.
Oh, will you shut up?
All together now. Keep it going.
Harry, are we going to be stuck in the middle of a stream all day?
Oh, we're doing our best, Julie. Hey, you know what the trouble is, don't you? That 180 pounds of yours. Come on, out you get.
What do you mean?
Well, do you think you can sit up there and pay the lady while we struggle in the mud? Come on. I'm going to carry you over to the bank.
You are not.
Oh, lady, I'm not asking you. I'm just telling you. Come on. Get down off of there.
Harry, stop. Put me down. Put me down, do you hear?
Oh, certainly. Just which part of the stream would you like to be dropped in?
What? You wouldn't dare.
Well, how could I help it? Predestination.
Fortunately, I don't believe in it.
Oh, but I do. You see, before we were born, it was decided. Someday I'd be standing in the middle of a stream with a lovely girl in my arms. Help!
No, not so very helpless.
I'd look at her, she'd look at me, love shining in her eyes.
Now listen, Terry Bradford.
Then slowly I'd lift her head and kiss her. Sorry. Just had to do this, Julie. Who am I to interfere with predestination?
Terry, you... Oh, Terry.
Here we go. All right, what's the matter? Here we got away. Stay here about 20 minutes, folks. Don't get lost in the dark.
Well, I must be a stimulating companion. That expression is definitely far away.
I was half dreaming, Terry,
Nice dream.
about us. We were climbing a mountain together, toward the sunrise. But when we neared the top, you stopped me, almost as if there was something on the other side you didn't want me to see. There isn't, Terry, is there?
What could there be?
That's what I mean. You seem so, well, evasive's not the word, but elusive. I know so little about you, really.
Well, do I know any more about you, your other life, family, men you must know? What your place is in Virginia City? That's your home, isn't it?
Yes, it is now.
This time tomorrow night, you'll be there.
Sounds dreadfully final.
Uh-huh. But it isn't, Julie. I will see you there, won't I?
It's not a large place.
Oh, you know I don't mean that. Look, Julie, I'm not a fool. I know what's happened during the last few days, and so do you. Can't end now, can it, Julie?
I don't know. I can't tell you. Only promise me this, Terry, for as long as we're together, or whenever we meet again. Let's not climb mountains or cross bridges till we know what's on the other side. Promise?
Uh-huh. I promise.